Astro D, where I love throwing some flavor and simplicity onto astrology, but love and relationships. That's my specialty. Thank you very much for coming to my channel today to discuss this week's weekly forecast. And I want to talk about what's going on in the sky and how it's going to affect all of the zodiac signs. This is really based on your ascendant sign, and then you can kind of look up your sun and your moon sign. But this is really good for people who know their birth chart. If you know your birth chart, these weekly forecasts that I'm coming out here with, doing my best to get them weekly now. I'm doing my best to keep them weekly. But these weekly forecasts that I'm coming out with, they will help you the best if you know exactly what your ascendant sign is in your birth time. Okay, so I want to talk about what we have in store for this week. Now, I'm not saying it's all great and I'm not saying it's all bad. Let's talk about this. First of all, okay, now I really don't run my life by astrology. Like, for example, if I wake up and I say I want to go somewhere, and I'm like, but I don't know if I want to go. Am I being lazy? Or is this a vibe or something? Do I really feel there's a reason why I shouldn't go? Constantly debating. I say, let me check out the sky. That's when I will look to the sky versus me saying I want to go somewhere. What does the sky say? Should I do it or not? No, I feel myself out, empower myself through that. So, when I saw for New Year's, I already was feeling some kind of way. Like, I think I'm going to chill anyway. I've had one hell of a year. And I know a lot of people are going to be dumping a lot of stuff out. Let me check it out. When I saw that this was a waning Scorpio moon, I was like, wow, this is a very, a moon to nurture ourselves emotionally and psychologically. I don't know about this being a turn up moon. I keep saying that. That don't mean everybody don't have a party, but I'm just saying it's how you use these energies to still work it out for you. You can have a party, maybe have a meditation party, or maybe having a party working with the occult, or having a party. There's ways to work around this, but it is a Scorpio moon, and the main thing I kept thinking was under the surface, low key. So I would love for everybody to please tell me how your New Year's was. Was it a low-key New Year's? Was it really low-key? Did you try to make it, an extravaganza and it came out low-key? Did you have an extravaganza and it came out everything you always wished it would be? Please tell me that in the comments and let me know how that went. Okay? So now, December 31st, Mars had entered Aries. All right, so this Mars energy is changing its flow. And then this week, we're going to have Mercury entering in Capricorn. I'm looking at my notes here when I look down. All right, this week, Mercury is going to enter into Capricorn. January the 6th, Uranus is going to move direct in Aries. All right, so there's an issue that we got going on here with all this stuff. So Mars entering into Aries. Mars wants to move forward. Mars in Aries, I always say this is the burning building. I will bust open a burning building to get what I need to get to save these people. Mars in Aries and Mars in Leo as well too. They have a lot of courage, that fiery Mars. So this is a time when I think a lot of people are going to want to drive forth. We're going to move forward. They're going to want to kind of aggressively just get what they're going to get done. I want it done now. I don't want to hear nothing. I just want to do it. Let's go. Right? This is that Mars and Aries energy that wants to get it finished, accomplish things, overcome, right? Argue as well, to fight. Because we ain't even this. Okay. So now you got on the 4th, though. It's cool for now, but now on the 4th, Mercury is going to enter into Capricorn and join the sun. I was talking about the sun in there last week with that full moon. The sun in Capricorn. All right. And then we're going to have other planets getting in more into Capricorn. So this is going to square Mars. Okay. So you got Mars squaring Saturn and Mercury. Saturn's also in Capricorn. So you got Saturn, you got the sun, you got Mercury all up in Capricorn. I think there's something else too. Venus isn't there just yet. So you got all these planets there. And they're like, we slow down, we organize, we use discipline to get things done, okay? Our thinking wants to be in the discipline area, right? This is where we really probably need to shine the most in applying discipline in this Capricorn sector. but then Mars wants to go forth. So this is where there's a clash. This is where Mars is squaring Saturn. So this is where a lot of people could get very frustrated that their actions are not actually making manifestations that they want them to make. You know, so we got arguments. We got some people trying to hold another person back from doing other things. So just be very careful with your ego energies and frustrations, okay? Saturn is also conjuncting the moon this week. So, I mean, if you're battling against something, try not to let it kind of get you down, because there's a very serious flow here. And I mean, the same thing when we started this video off talking about that moon. I mean, you could flow with the energies or not. I mean, it's up to you. Sometimes people get lucky and things don't, but flowing with it. What is flowing with this energy? Getting work done. This is the week to get your work done. Everybody's saying, if you want to use the new year as your anchor, I don't use it. It's not my anchor. I don't, depend on the New Year's, when it comes as far as make me rake, and I don't feel the power, okay? I like it when the planets move and then I mix, so you know what I'm saying? But it's okay if that's what you believe and if that's working for you. So if you want that to work for you, apply it to this week and get this work done. Okay, get this work done, and even getting the work done, go slow, low. I said go slow, low. Might be a new word. Go slow, low. Go slow, low. All right, go slow and on the low. All right, do it real chill, because Mars is going to want to go forward, but you have so many planets that are trying to kind of slow it down. So you got to find that middle ground. You got to find where's the middle ground between, me getting my work done, but me doing it efficiently and still being able to push forward without causing any conflicts and arguments and stuff like that. Right? So Uranus is also going to be squaring the moon at the end of this week. So a lot of people, this is a week to chill, all right? I know a lot of people are going to want to, it's like get work done, but don't expect to kind of just rush through it and bulldoze your way through getting things done, because the holidays, we're going, everything slowed down. And I know it's going to be tempting probably for a lot of people. Even me, I can't stand it. I'm like, damn it. Can't call them on the 31st because that's the date. That's New Year's Eve. Okay, the 2nd? Like, no, but everybody's still waking up. Damn it. Okay, so... but Uranus squaring the moon at the end of the week too. This is some shocks, some surprises going on. So take your time. If you're going too fast, you might really get shocked by Uranus, because Uranus is going to be going forward. It's going to be waking up, all right, and moving direct at Aries on the 6th. So this is very much a week that you kind of should, I think some people should hold on to their seats and try to think and get real sober. It's very sober, I think, type of week. But then on the flip, so that's talking bad first, and then on the good side of it, on the balancing side, Sun is going to sextile the Neptune, right? Sun is going to sextile Neptune. And this is very nice, for the people that have compassion. If you really wanted to shine, this is the week too. You have compassion for yourself. I think, being gentle with yourself allows other people to be gentle with other people. You know what I mean? If someone's not going to treat you nicely, then they don't treat themselves nicely. They're probably not going to treat you that nice either. So Jupiter and Venus will also trine to Mars. So Jupiter and Venus is going to help Mars's aggravation. You know what I'm saying? I think, to say this on a very light manner, if somebody's irritating you, let's say you want to push forward, that Mars energy wants to push forward. And then you have Saturn. Maybe some older person or some government figure that's saying, no, you can't do this. You can't do that. You have to use Jupiter and Venus. Have faith, right? That you're going to push through it. Use grace. Stay in grace, right? Mars trine, stay in grace with this. And it'll push through. The planets always move. So that's my suggestion in getting through that. And I'm not going to keep this long, because I was watching The Twilight Zone before this. All right, this is the first, and I'm putting this video out tonight because someone keeps telling me to make sure I put this video out tonight. So I wanted to make sure I put out the video talking about how the week might be a little frustrating, but make sure everybody holds their ground this week and really pushes through the tough times, because when Saturn is causing squares, just like diamonds, when you bust through the pressure, you make diamonds. So really bust through the pressure. If you're feeling any kind of pressure this week, don't strain. It's just like how you're trying to pull a jar off. And if you pull too hard, you're going to pop something. Either that's your freaking shoulder, all right, or break the can, something. Don't give too much this week. But steady, drive forward, climb like the goat. The goat. So I want to talk about where these squares are going to be through each sign. All right, I'm going to get back, and then after that, I'm going to get back to The Twilight Zone, which I watch every year. I was watching with my mother every year, and I will not be this year. So with that being said, also announcement, what other announcements I have that I wanted to make sure I let everybody know. You hit me up for readings. I am open for readings for people. Some people have, and I'm so excited to do your readings. Allow me my usual time to get back to you on the readings. Also, same thing on the comments. Usually you guys say amazing things to me in the comments, and I appreciate you so much. And I'm getting back to everybody. In case you noticed, I have been replying. And you know, some people had to kind of get knocked out because some people say, oh, also something else I wanted to say, you guys, that laugh, that awesome laugh on the YouTube channel is my mom, my wonderful mom. And I kind of knew, I'm like, you know, you got some assholes on the internet. So if you're going to put your mom who passed away, be prepared. People are going to be saying some funky stuff. So for those of you who were, I noticed you can't comment on here anymore. See that one? Can't comment on here no more. So, I mean, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all right, on the comments. But I definitely want to hear about your Scorpio moon that just came up. How was it? About your New Year's. We'll call it New Year's, right? New Year's Eve. Tell me about that. If you turned up and it was great and amazing and everybody was feeling it with you, please let me know. If you turned up and not everybody was like, what? You know, did somebody get cheated? Like, what happened? Was some scandalous stuff going on the full moon? Okay. Because I know some people drop out when I get to individual signs, so I'm stalling. But let me get to it. Aries. Mars is going to be in your first house. All right. You physically want to push forward and move and drive, you know, and in the area of your career, that might be an area where it could be holding you back from being able to move and push forward. So you want to look to Jupiter. Where's Jupiter? It's in your 9th and your 8th house. You want to look to other people. You want to get knowledge from your gurus, right? Gaia TV. Find out who can give you the knowledge that you need in order to push forth physically. To push forth physically like you want to, because your aspirations could be holding you back from that. What the hell am I talking about, D? For example, you could have a job that requires you to be sedentary a lot. Constantly sedentary, and you're like feeling so stuck within yourself. You want to lose weight, you want to push forward with your body and lose, but you can't because you got to work every day. So you go to your gurus, you go to your, what brings you pleasure? What do you like? Talk to them about it. Let them know. Maybe they can let you know, hey, well, why don't you sit on a balance ball while you meditate? Okay. So that's just an example, Aries. Pushing through with your physical body with Mars in your first house. You're going to feel strong. You're going to feel courageous. But take it easy. All right? Take it easy. Taurus. Mars is going to be in your area of kind of low-key, secretive, in the cut stuff. All right? This is where I would recommend to be quite careful here. You don't want to self-undo things. You don't want to unravel things that you've worked really hard on. Okay? Especially things concerning education. Things that you have been learning about yourself. Maybe new beliefs that you have that you could have adopted hanging out with the wrong people that could be affecting how you see yourself. It could be affecting you. It could be making you unravel. So make sure you get a check on what are your beliefs about what you can do. What are your beliefs about who you are? Because subconsciously, also sleeping. Sleeping may be a little rough for you these days. Taurus, I recommend melatonin, valerian root, taking all kind of stuff. And that could possibly help you sleep if you are tossing and turning, having any kind of nightmares and things like that. Also be careful that this week, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open doing your meditations, because some things that may be trying to reveal itself to you may be difficult to see because they're in the subconscious plane. So really, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to those subtle hints and clues that you're getting in life, because they could hint to you where issues could lie, where problems could lie, right? Gemini, Mars in the 11th. Gemini, this is about, what type of company are you keeping, Gemini Ascendant? Are you keeping the right friends? Are you feeling that they are hindering they're hindering your ability to go forward? Or it could be, Gemini, there could be someone else that could be maybe hindering your ability to expand with your friendships and your friendship circles. You know, you have to be very careful. There's a lot of planets in the 8th house for you. So you're getting things from other people. You're getting things from others, and you have to be careful what it is you're getting from others, right? You have to make sure that what you're getting, the information, you know, for example, you could be getting some information from other people that's messing with your friendships and slowing them down, making you pissed off at somebody and causing some type of conflict within the friendships, but it's just because of other people's shit, right? So be careful what you're pulling, what you're getting, and be careful because you know, a lot of stuff could be dredging up some psychological old stuff for you and then just making you go curse out your friends. So this is about getting really grounded in what you're receiving from others. You know, is it negative? You know, make sure you're not receiving anything too heavy that you don't need to take. You just don't need to take it. Cancer, Mars is going to be an area that is very important to you for your reputation. You're very ambitious. You're trying to do your thing, climb to the top. But you're feeling a little stuck here. You can't go as fast as you want to go, but just give it a second. Give it a second, right? You might have some responsibilities that you might need to take care of in your partnerships. You might have some negotiations and deals that you need to make before you can drive forward in your career, and you could take an elevation that you want to take. Because I know you just want to just get it done. I got to change. You got to make a change, but you got to be careful. Be careful and make sure you're patient. And you do the due diligence that you need to do with the people that you're working with. You got to take care of your people. Because if you take care of your people, that will improve your reputation and allow you to be able to take it to the next level. All right? Whoever your people are, your team, your crew, one-on-one situations. If you're treating your clients like shit, then yeah, your business isn't going to take off. So that's where the issue's here. Leo. All right. This is about what are you teaching others, right? What are you learning? This is where you gotta be careful who you're learning things from, right? What things are you believing that could be destructive for you? Traveling, I would be very careful with as well, Leo. You want to travel long distance, make sure you cross your I's, you dot your T's. You don't get into any arguments and fights with anybody, try not to, or with anybody that are from a foreign land. If you're in a foreign land, do not get into any arguments with anybody. You know, it's your health could also, you know, make sure your health is okay. Make sure your health is all right and you're taking care of yourself. Got a lot of planets in that 6th. So this is where you are definitely working on, make sure you're eating right. If you're traveling, make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're taking care of your skin and so on and so forth. These are things that could affect your travel. Also, something that could be changing in your day-to-day life. Could have a lot of changes in your day-to-day life that can affect your ability to maybe travel. Or maybe new things coming into your day-to-day life. Or like you're like, damn, you know, I believe I can, I don't know, punch a wall because I'm getting pissed off. It could be anything like that because it's Mars now. We're dealing with Mars. So we're dealing with a different form of aggression and drive. But the drive, remember, because Mars is having a lot of squares, and especially to the big kahuna Saturn. So the drive is being stunted in some way. The ability to do some things can only be done through discipline and taking your time. Going slow, which is going to be very, very frustrating for the way Mars wants to move forward. Virgo. All right. This is where you have a relationship, and maybe you might want to really get freaky tonight like Missy Elliott, but maybe the partner that you're having is older and is kind of telling you to chill out. You know what I'm saying? You probably need to work on your creativity. You probably really need to work on generating force instead of, yes, this is Virgo. You want to work on generating force. Receiving force is probably something you might want. Be aggressive at, like, I need to receive, but you need to generate. And there's an issue, there's a conflict between generating and taking, right? So creative energy here. Creative energy may feel stifled, or you might feel like you want to pull from someone else and then you can't get it from there. So there's some frustrations in that. Be very careful with your spending here. Very, very careful with your spending. You might not be able to spend as much as you'd like to, but just be careful that you're paying off debts if you can. Maybe some frustrations with that, but it will pass. It will clear up, and you get the drive to clear out any debts that you might need to be clearing out. Libra, be careful. Very, very careful, Libra ascendants. This is about partnerships. you are all definitely embarking on something new, something different, but there's a frustration here in the area of partnerships. There's a need to probably put more focus into the home, right? Because the focus that you're not putting into your space and your inner self, your root, who you are, because that's your home is also your home, your dwelling, you are the temple. So if you're not taking care of that dwelling, it was going to cause a lot of frustrations in your partnerships. It might cause, you to require more from your partner. You may need to require a lot more from your partner coming up this week. Mars was going to be entering into your 7th house. So that also everybody, I guess, I don't know who's going to check this part, but just remember these signs are entering, just starting into that. So as this week goes on, as the weeks go on, you're going to see these issues manifest more and more and more. So Libra, be very careful with compromising with the partners. Be careful that your partners aren't a little too aggressive, and pulling you away from the responsibilities that you need from yourself and your core, the responsibilities that you have to your home. All right, Scorpio, this is definitely about your health. You may have some issues dealing with health. You might need to really work on yourself, Scorpio Ascendant. Work on your day-to-day life and making it better. You may have issues with coworkers, or people that are in your everyday life. You may have issues with them because, you have all these planets in your 6th house, and at the same time, you have all these planets in your 3rd house, but then at the same time, you're having the square to your 6th house. So this is where, you might have some conflicts with other people's ideas and what they want to do and where they want to go, right? Or having the inability to go to the simple places that you need to go. Maybe you might might be sick. Maybe some of the Scorpios out there might be sick and can't go to where they need to go. So it's causing some frustration. So focus on the health, focus on improving it. Use that energy to make it better. Use all that energy that you're going to have from that area of your life to make it better. Sagittarius, we are going into the area of some romance here, right? Romance and creativity. But it's about earning. There's an issue with earning and trying to have a good time, right? We need to make that money. You got a lot of planets in the 6th house. It's about making that money and really providing for yourself, creating a way to provide, because you're going to feel frustrated when you want to date and you want to do your thing and it's not really working out the way you want to go. You could put that energy of drive you have into creativity, into building new ways that you can then put into your 2nd house of income. Right? This is Sagittarius Ascendant, and this is using equal house, right? Equal house. So for some, if you're using Placidus, these effects may come a little later on next week. You might feel it. Capricorn, Mars in the area of your root. This is some stirring up here. You are really trying to make things happen and move in your home sector, in your root life. But there could be some frustrations there. There could be some frustrations because you have some life changes really going on. You have some real big shifts going on. So you can't just do it as quickly as you probably want to. You can't just jump up and make these changes. Let's say you want to move, but you got to rearrange your life properly. You've got to organize it, or else it's going to cause a lot of frustrations. Or, the drive to want to move can cause you to put yourself in a bad position in your life if you don't do it correctly. So be very careful with this idea. Be careful with arguing with the siblings and the grandparents and stuff like that. There can be a lot of arguments within the family due to your needing to change your entire life, right? All these planets in Capricorn. Aquarius, almost done. Aquarius, this is about you really learning to communicate better. Learn to communicate better and not hurt people's feelings, right? You might want to just say what you got to say, but this is really about but there's a conflict between going into the ethereal realm and really concentrating and holding these things in and really working it versus just saying it, doing what you got to do. I need to go. I need to move, right? This is a time, so this is where you have to find balance in between that. You have to find balance in between wanting to go to the ethereal to get your information, or versus saying what you got to say and hurting feelings and just cutting motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? So with doing that, this is definitely a period that you have to let go of a lot of things. Let go of a lot. And it might even be you have to let go of a need to be right. Right? A need to say what you got to say and cause that conflict and be right in order to be on a higher level, on a higher plane. Just talking to that 12th house. It's Aquarius. So now Pisces. Pisces, this is about your income. It's about your income. Be careful. You don't want to be spending a lot of money. You don't want to be spending a lot. But you have to be careful. What are you associated to? You know, what you're associated to could be causing you to spend a lot of money because you want to be fly, because you want to be down, whatever this case may be. This is about really figuring out how to balance how you're spending your income. You're going to want to spend, you could have to spend a lot of money. Could have to spend a lot of money because of what type of groups you want to associate with. You know, they're going skiing. So I'm going to go skiing too. What? That's not your style. That's an issue here. So you're going to be careful where you're spending your money and making sure that you're doing it the right way. And if you're feeling frustrated about how to, just get disciplined. Get planning your schedules out. And it might not be as frustrating as it could be. Right? So if you are, I hope you're making sure that you are following me on Instagram at AstroDee5 if you like this reading. All right. And hit me up on the DM or in my email if you would like to book a reading with me. Visit www.astrodee5.com if you want to check me out.